You gain the ability to stop time. After stopping time, what's the first thing you're going to do? Sleep uninterrupted. Use it to rearrange decks of cards favorably to my advantage in casinos. Stop time when I have an argument, so I can think of a good rebuttal. Probably figure out how I can restart time. I don't wanna be stuck in time like every movie about time. Walk around seeing what happens when I move stuff. If I throw a ball, does it completely freeze the moment it leaves the hand, or does it still move normally? Then I would just move every small object I can, causing general minor mayhem. I've seen porn like this once. Try unstopping time and hoping I can die. What'll happen then? I'm a vet neurosurgeon. All I can think of is the freaking amazing surgery I could do if I didn't have to worry about bleeding or anesthesia problems. Like I could pop a brain tumor out, make sure everything was neat and pretty, and close up in an instant. I move someone somewhere to confuse them. Cut my dog's nails. Admire the peacefulness of this eternal museum of life that I have created. Start it back up, just to make sure I can. Then I'll stop it again, to make sure I can still do that. Then I'll panic thinking I stopped it too soon after restarting it, and restart it again. Feeling relieved and a little silly, I stop it again. This goes on for several hours at least. You all know the real answer. Pervert on frozen people. There's very little good this power can actually be used for. I mean, sure, you can save people from being hit by a car or from a burning building, but you have to be actively looking for these things or just get extremely lucky, and even then the odds are low. Whereas evil stuff is just so easy to do. Take money out of people's wallets. Steal anything you can carry. Strip people naked. Dress them up in different clothes than they were originally wearing. Two options: go extreme with a completely different outfit, or minor change it to something they would wear, but different from what they came out in, and gaslight them into thinking they hadn't been wearing that green hoodie. With the added confusion that when they get home the green hoodie isn't there. Did it even exist? But yeah, messing with people is way easier to do than trying to be a hero. Oh, one other use on a daily basis just after lunch. Stop time. Walk into my boss's office. His door is often closed. Profusely fart. Leave office. Close door again. Start time again. Walk down the road outside my house dropping people's trousers, then go back to my lounge to watch reactions out the window. Get white robe. Stop time. Walk to church. Sit on altar. Unfreeze. It's been a while. Cheat on tests. Sleep. I could sleep whenever I want, and the people would think I never sleep. Reach in places I need to go, and whatever else I could think. I would make some serious experiments before starting to do childish things. And if I had a telescope, stare at stars for hours. Well, with time, stop the second I do anything. I'm technically moving at infinite velocity, so I become an infinite amount of pure energy and annihilate the universe. Take a test. Stop time. Look up answer. Do test. Jack off to hot person in class. Sleep. Unstop time. Let's be honest, tie the shoelaces of that one annoying person everyone knows and give them a little nudge. Flee the crime scene. I would test the limits of the power. Can I bring other people's into the frozen time? Can I move stuff around? Do I age? Can I make machines work? Then I would probably do a bunch of illegal stuff like stealing my food, money, get into people's homes to see how their life compare to mine. I would probably save people if I feel like it, or cause chaos for the same reason. And then I'll wake up in my SCP containment chamber and remember the good old days. Well, the old days really, or not. There's not a lot to remember when you've spent your entire life in a 5x5 temporal cell. Step 1. Rob nearest bank. Step 2. Unfreeze time enough for me to get to Colombia. Step 3. Buy thousands of dollars of cocaine. Step 4. OD on cocaine in under 20 minutes. Step 5. Profit. Go write a love letter to my crush. Then rob a cash till. And then steal loads of junk food. Give my wife a facial, but I would pause time and about 20 times. From her perspective I would be a fire hose of It would be glorious. Put out the fires in Australia. Wait. Walk to Australia, then put out the fires in Australia. Some people in Japan made instructional videos on exactly this sort of situation. Go into every shop in my town and empty the tills of money. Even with fingerprints they'd have no case against me, as I'd be at work when I stopped time. CCTV would show nothing either, but I'll wear a bedsheet just in case. Wait for the president to be giving a live address, like the State of Union or something. Pause time. Get to DC. Change something very minor about his or her appearance. Get back home. Unpause time. Then sit back and watch the conspiracy nuts have a field day. Vaccinate all unvaccinated children. But then all the anti-vax parents would think that their kids remain perfectly healthy having not received a vaccination, and the epidemic of this concept would continue to spread, increasing the quantity of unvaccinated children and thus your workload to continue vaccinating them until you simply can't do it anymore, and all of a sudden you are at fault for a large-scale outbreak. I would not use this power very often. I'd be afraid of being 30 years old on paper, but looking 40 or 50. But TBH, I'd probably just use it to go running, since I don't like having to worry about cars. Once I saw this guy get absolutely obliterated by a car while I was on a run. Now I'm terrified, and I go out of my way to stay the f away from cars. Kind of hard though when you run 3 hours a day. Also, I'd not have to awake at 4 to do it, lol. I stop time when I'm at the top of a staircase and someone is trying to climb it. Then, I run down really fast and put them back at the start. After that, I run back up and unfreeze time. After playing out all practical jokes possible, I think I'd try to make sure that I'd be the best person I could in any situation. Instead of reacting grumpy, unenthused, or indifferent about people and things, I'd take time to think about my reactions and make sure I'm being the best person I could be. I really think I'd help the quality of anybody's life. Oh, so much testing. Obviously the cliche hand wave in front of face test. Can I unfreeze it? Does it take effort? Does the effort scale with duration? My perception. Is there a range? Or does it affect the universe? Is the range spherical? Can I affect it based on effort? How does physics work in this time slip? Relativity? Can I interact with objects? Or are they simply frozen in space-time? Can I impart new velocity or acceleration to something, or simply change its position? Can I selectively freeze objects? So many things need to be tested. I would kick some guy in the nuts, assuming time could be restarted, get away from him, and restart time, let him express his pain, stop time again, pull his pants down, start time again for 7.229 seconds, and then stop time again, do something to make him then start time again. It would look to people like a guy screamed, his clothes disappeared, and then he came. I would most likely either put a Frenchman going upstairs back down those stairs, throw some knives at some jesters, or fight a David Bowie wannabe that can blow things up. Play video games. Sounds lame, but I've got a lot of video games in my backlog, and with time stopped I'd finally have the time to start playing them. Actually have some good sleep. Also, when time is stopped, if you interact with anything it will break, because it's happening infinitely fast. But that also means that the second I move I evaporate into nothingness. But let's say that I can only stop their time, not mine, and I'm also invulnerable while time is stopped. In that case, if I push something without breaking it, I can send anything back in time to the start of the universe. Remember, infinitely fast means it's going infinitely faster than light. If this kind of stop isn't really a stop, it just gets faster times 1/c, that means I'm actually moving at the speed of light, which would have the same stopping time effect, but it's much cooler. I would create a reactor, which works by me throwing stuff into it at the speed of light. Every atom that I throw into it will be converted into its mass times the speed of light squared amount of light. This would solve the energy crisis. I will become the richest person who ever lived and take over the world. Anyone who tries to kill me will be evaporated immediately. Once I rule the world, I will build an army of soldiers carrying the guns of lightning. I will become God. I will be worshipped as the savior of this universe. I will be everything. Nothing can stop me. I will rule the galaxy, the universe. And then, I could get some actually good sleep. At work, I find everyone who wears glasses and swap them with someone else's glasses. Then I restart time and watch the chaos unfold. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Let us know your thoughts on this topic. See you soon.